Hey guys, we're here playing a game called Interloper. This is RTS, doing kind of a video series where I play a bunch of games of it during the open beta for this weekend, and tell you a little bit about the strategies and what the game is like, and what my thoughts are about it. So I've played quite a bit of RTS in my day. I played the original StarCraft a lot when it came out. And then Warcraft 3. I played Supreme Commander quite a bit too. Brood War as well. Never like super competitively, but I did play it to the point where I had a good grasp on how to play it. And one thing that I always disliked about it was kind of pre-programmed build orders where you're like starting the game and you want to just, build a worker, build a worker, build a worker, build a drone, and then build a pylon. And then like 5 minutes into the game, you've now started fighting, you started branching out and doing more things. But the nice thing about this game is that it really starts within like 30 seconds of starting the game. You're going to take your first production buildings, and then you have units really fast. The units can go around and they can do things. And it's really cool to just skip right to the good part of the game, which is the fighting and the positioning and your composition choices of what exactly to build. And fighting for map control as well. Like, I've played enough games where nothing really happens because you're sitting in your base and they're sitting in their base and there's like a ramp or a choke point. So you really can't do much attacking. What's nice here is every square on the map has got some relevance tactically, because there's so many things on the map that you need to have in order to get ahead. You need to control the power supplies, which are these little circle things. Power runs your factories, which makes them invincible. Yeah, he's going to get my power there. And then these upgraded units and this powerful specialists, which you can use to beat your enemy's stuff. So as you can kind of see here, I've done a great job of just ringing around the outside of the map and grabbing stuff where he wasn't able to grab it back. And like these have been really secure, and now I can just hang out and make some specialists, and he can't do much about it. He has really just no units to fight me. And when I get 3/4 of the map, this is actually backwards, I think. I think it should have been going from the direction. But 3/4 of the map is the win, and then you can play again. So it's really fast. Your decisions really matter. Every decision is quite important because you're playing a short game, and when you're behind, it still has slippery slope. Like, you still tend to just lose more when you're behind, but because the game is so short, that's no longer it doesn't make you feel bad in the way that like you can be down like 20 food and you probably can't catch up, but you still want to try just in case. In this game, it's like, okay, I'm losing, and 30 seconds later, you've just lost. It's done. And you play again. So, what's the problem with that? Works for me. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to encircle this, because as long as it's attached to power, it can't be conquered. But if I can bring a unit up, then I can conquer it with my hero. But that's not quite going to work, because he's going to be able to get in there around it. There we go. His unit left, so I was able to go in there. Something that's really important in this game is linking your stuff via lines of your creep. I call it creep. It's domain, I think is the term for it. Because your factory's build rate is based on how many power you have attached to it via your lines. Okay, so he's built a sniper. That's pretty good for him. We're going to have to get our own stuff online to fight that. So I'm going to get my advanced production here, and I'm going to just try to stay out of his line of sight until we can bring our own stuff to bear against that. So we're going to go for a sniper and a minion. The minion will tank the damage, and that will mean that we can lose our minion and kill a sniper. Or just kill a sniper if we were in the corner nicely enough. Yep. See, that was an example of our sniper's life getting saved by by the minions. So you really want to keep your guys with support. You really want to have a composition that includes some power units, but also includes some of your base units because they're cheap and effective. So now I've got line of sight here. I can just shoot his guys as they're produced. And I can circle around. And every time this guy spawns and I snipe him, I'm getting ahead in material. I'm also outproducing him. I got 6 production against his 1, so he's completely lost this game at the 2-minute mark, which is kind of a nice way to see just how fast the game is. Like, you know, one good confrontation here, some little positional maneuvering that got me this thing. These really little tactical moves add up to winning the game in short order, and you're not sitting around waiting to actually clinch it. It does end rapidly and brutally, I guess. Your guys die in enemy territory. There's not really a great way to see that happening. There's a sound effect, but it's not totally blatant. So there's the game. We went pretty easily, but it can definitely get intense and last a couple more minutes than that. Stay tuned for some more videos.